Now, from WYDC TV, this is Big Fox News at 10.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jamie Holmes. Ann has the evening off. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer announced a major game changer for upstate hospitals today. As our Maggie Hall explains, the announcement will directly impact hospitals in the southern tier.
Earlier today, Senator Schumer confirmed that upstate New York hospitals will receive nearly $1 billion in funding yearly. The southern tier alone will receive $1,100 million. This extends to local Elmira Corning hospitals such as Arnett Ogden and Guthrie Corning Hospital. Here is a full breakdown of the specific money each hospital in the southern tier will be receiving, and will allow hospitals to get the full support and reimbursements for services that they deserve. It is hoped that this funding will aid in solving the staffing crisis that many upstate hospitals are facing. Senator Schumer stated that this is one of the biggest shots in the arm for federal funding upstate New York has seen in decades. This will be a monumental boost to health care for our families and to help our healthcare providers fix budget shortfalls, address doctor and nurse shortages, and so much more. Big Fox News will continue to update you on when these funds will be pumped into upstate New York hospitals and the direct changes they make. Maggie Hall, Big Fox News, Southern Tier.
Lawmakers have revealed a bill that will reconfigure manufacturing in the southern tier. Schumer announced the bill yesterday in downtown Watkins Glen. The Bipartisan Onshore Act is intended to bring manufacturing business from overseas to upstate New York, including the southern tier. The legislation will provide $500 million in federal grants. Towns will be able to apply for the grants to construct critical supply chain sites for new manufacturing businesses. There is still no sign of 84-year-old Phyllis Potter. The Pennsylvania woman has been missing for 12 days. Search organizer Penny Burnside spoke to Big Fox News about how folks can get involved in the search.
First of all, I like them to contact me through the page for the search. Well, it's called Phyllis Potter Search and Rescue. And that way I can give them instructions. I can tell them, what to expect and what to look for, and to remind them if they see anything to please call 911.
Phyllis was driving a white Subaru Outback. She is 5'2" and has gray hair and blue eyes. Anyone with information on her disappearance is urged to contact the Pennsylvania State Police. The Friendly's restaurant in Horseheads has officially closed. The restaurant was closed temporarily at first, a sign on the door stating it was due to no AC. But now the chain's official website listed them as having only 6 locations in New York and not listing the Horseheads Friendly's. It's unclear why the restaurant closed. The 45th president of the United States has been hit with new felony charges. Donald Trump now facing a total of 78 state and federal criminal counts. And all sides of the debate are reacting now to his latest legal trouble. Carolyn Shively has the story from Washington.
Former President Donald Trump is twice impeached and now 3 times indicted. A federal grand jury in D.C. says there's enough evidence to go to trial in a case looking at Trump's efforts to cling to power.
It is alleging basically that Trump provided some sort of disinformation campaign, that he knew that the election was not stolen.
Mr. Trump has been charged with conspiracy to defraud the government and obstruction. The special counsel argues his actions culminated in the Capitol riot.
The Department of Justice has remained committed to ensuring accountability for those criminally responsible for what happened that day.
The January 6th Select Committee sees their work as integral to the decision to charge.
All of us on the committee feel that our work mattered.
While some Republicans are defending their presidential frontrunner.
They know President Trump's mind. I didn't know they were mind readers because they kept saying he knowingly knew that his claims were false.
But then Vice President Mike Pence isn't so forgiving, writing in a statement, "Our Constitution is more important than any one man's career." Trump has since thanked his supporters on Truth Social, saying, "I have never had so much support on anything before." While his legal troubles have helped him politically, those lawyer bills are adding up.
They're burning through a lot of money on legal fees for him and his advisors and others swept up in these legal snafus. So I am a little concerned.
Trump was summoned to appear before a judge on Thursday. In Washington, Caroline Shively, Fox News.
The man accused of murdering at least 3 women and leaving their bodies along a remote stretch of coastline near Long Island's Gilgo Beach appeared in court on Tuesday. Attorneys have started sharing massive amounts of evidence. Thomas Rigatti has the story.
Former President Donald Trump is twice impeached and now 3 times indicted. A federal grand jury in D.C. says there's enough evidence to go to trial in a case looking at Trump's efforts to cling to power.
It is alleging basically that Trump provided some sort of disinformation campaign, that he knew that the election was not stolen.
Mr. Trump has been charged with conspiracy to defraud the government and obstruction. The special counsel argues his actions culminated in the Capitol riot.
The Department of Justice has remained committed to ensuring accountability for those criminally responsible for what happened that day.
The January 6th Select Committee sees their work as integral to the decision to charge.
All of us on the committee feel that our work mattered.
While some Republicans are defending their presidential frontrunner.
They know President Trump's mind. I didn't know they were mind readers because they kept saying he knowingly knew that his claims were false.
But then Vice President Mike Pence isn't so forgiving, writing in a statement, "Our Constitution is more important than any one man's career." Trump has since thanked his supporters on Truth Social, saying, "I have never had so much support on anything before." While his legal troubles have helped him politically, those lawyer bills are adding up.
They're burning through a lot of money on legal fees for him and his advisors and others swept up in these legal snafus. So I am a little concerned.
Trump was summoned to appear before a judge on Thursday. In Washington, Caroline Shively, Fox News.
Your complete forecast is next, plus this.
Could the removal of the X sign on top of the San Francisco headquarters of the company formerly known as Twitter be a bad sign for the social media giant? I'm Bill Malugin in Los Angeles. I'll have that story coming up.
Here's your local stock market update from Big Fox. Now, your Twin Tiers forecast from Big Fox.
Good evening and happy Wednesday. We had some gorgeous conditions take us here into the new month, and we're going to start to track some changes. Now, tonight we are staying fairly mild, looking at a low just around about 60 degrees with some passing cloud cover as there may be able just to shake out a few showers across portions of the Finger Lakes, but we'll time out that threat in a moment. But what we're noting is that what might shake out a few of those showers is a warm front that is lifting north of our area, but what it's doing is steering a very strong southerly flow that will be tapping into much of the state of New York, which is going to bring some warmer and more humid conditions. And what that is going to fuel up is then the threat for some showers and thunderstorms. As mentioned, we may have a few spotty shower chances as we head throughout our Thursday, but the increasing threat is going to set up for our local area for Friday when a cold front is going to be sweeping on through, as that gives us a stronger storm threat. Following that, though, will be another round of some gorgeous weather as the weekend is looking to bring back that sunshine with high temperatures into the 80s. Now, first off, as we roll into the next few days, when it comes to that storm threat, what we're seeing is that for Thursday, as mentioned, that warm front is more off to the north of us, holding across Canada through the overnight and then shifting to the northeast. We'll be watching a cold front passage then Thursday night into Friday, so that cold front passage is going to hold some stronger storms closer to Lake Ontario. We still could have some spotty activity locally, but then we'll see that as we head into our Friday, that threat falls across the local area, as here's your cold front is going to situate pretty much from central portions of Pennsylvania up through Vermont, and with us lying right along that, and as that passage drops to the southeast, there could be some wind gusts that will be damaging potentially, with some larger hail potential as well. So we'll keep an eye on that marginal risk, but as we time out that threat, as mentioned, there's that warm front lifting north of us. So what that's going to do is mainly bring some showers to more of the North Country area, maybe a few into the Finger Lakes, but we see then we're underneath this strong southerly flow, which is going to keep us under very warm conditions, warmer I should say, and a little bit on that stickiness side. There's maybe some spotty showers and some thunderstorms, but as we head into that Friday forecast, our attention will be drawn then to the Great Lakes area, where we'll be watching that cold front drop in, keeping that scattered thunder risk in place, especially into the afternoon after some of that early morning heating. So when it comes to accumulation wise, we at least are seeing that some of those spotty chances to potentially some of those stronger storms on Friday give us anywhere from about 1/4 of an inch upwards of about 1/2 an inch possible. Temperature wise, we're not looking at excessive heat, but it's going to be warmer than what we've been seeing as we do climb back up to seasonal or warmer. And then it's going to be humid as well. We're going to have some dew points returning to those mid-60s. So you're going to feel that stickiness both for Thursday as well as Friday. Friday, we do knock the temperatures back a few degrees due to that cold front moving in and some cloudier skies. But as mentioned, you'll feel that stickiness, and then we'll have much more comfortable conditions around for that weekend forecast before storms return by Monday.